Hey there everyone, Paler here, and welcome back. We're going to be dropping the face cam for now, and as we dive into this series, we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. It depends on if it seems better, a little more personal with the face cam, or without. Anyway, welcome to the Warframes tutorial series. This is episode 2. In this episode, we're going to be focusing on understanding the mastery rank. Mastery rank is really important. It's going to be one of those things you really want to, be quiet, scanner. You really want to min-max your mastery, at least early on, up to about rank 12. Once you get to rank 12, you can back off of it a little bit, as by then you'll have access to most everything. A brief rundown of what mastery rank is, because you might not know exactly what it is right off the bat. So, you have different levels, different ranks here for all your different gear. As you can see, our Warframe right now, my Warframe is rank 3. My Bratton here is rank 3, so on, down to my Scon at rank 4. If I had a companion, my companion could also rank up. Now, your gear rank isn't your mastery rank. It contributes to it, though. So if I get out of here, get out of the arsenal, hit escape, up here at my profile picture where the little icon is, that 0 is my mastery rank. Since we're still really new, I've done 4 missions on this so far, just unlocked the foundry. That is why we haven't gone anywhere yet. We can also go in here to profile, my profile, and you'll see over here on the right, my mastery rank. We'll get a little more breakdown. We're about 2/3 of the way from rank 0 to rank 1. Okay, well, what does the mastery rank do? Well, mastery rank unlocks or does several different things. The first thing it does is it increases your base starting power. Since we haven't got into the mod system too much, we're going to just briefly cover over this. But as you rank up all your different gear, it has a power built into it that increases. And this power is how you make that gear better. It doesn't, well, your frames do gain innate more power, more HP and stuff as they go, but your weapons don't gain more damage and stuff. But even beyond that, if we click upgrade here and we look at the mod system, these are the mod cards that you can put into it. And the mods have different power requirements. So intensity requires 4 power, redirection requires 2 power, and so on. Well, the frame gains power as it goes. So at rank 1, you have 1 power, rank 2, 2 power, up to rank 30, where you have 30 power, and they max out at rank 30. You can double this through a item. We'll get into that when we actually get into the mod system. Well, what happens is if we were, say, rank 10, let's say we were master rank 10 right now, instead of only having 3 power because Volt is rank 3, we'd actually have 10 power. We would start off innately, all of our new gear right out of the foundry would start off with 10 power at it. If we were rank 20, they would all start off with 20 power. If we were rank 30, they would all start off with 30 power. If we were rank 31, they would still only have 30 power unless we modded them out specifically. That's one of the big things it does. It allows you to take brand new gear, fresh out of the package, new stuff, and use it more effectively, higher end equipped gear, or in higher end missions to level them up faster. It does note that when you are, like, let's say we are rank 10, it means we would not gain our 11th power until we hit rank 11 with Volt. Then we'd unlock the 11th power, 12th power, and so on from there. So that's one thing it does. The other thing it does is it gives us a bunch more options in terms of gear that we can use. So if we come over here and we interact, this is the marketplace. Now this is both the premium currency marketplace, but also just the general currency marketplace. These things are all tied in here. So what we want to do is we're going to be searching blueprints only because we're not looking to spend any of our platinum. We're looking to spend our credits that we have. So we're going to hide it down to blueprints only. And if I click in here and go into weapons, primary weapons, these are weapons that have a blueprint here on the marketplace that we can buy and then, if we have the components, build in our foundry. And as you can see, only the top 3 right now are unlocked. As we scroll down through here, all of them are locked with different mastery ranks. Some of them fairly low. You got a few at, right here is at 2, here's at 4, here's at 5, up to about rank 12. Let's see here. That's rank 10. I think there's a few weapons, maybe not through here. There's other ways to get blueprints. That mastery rank 12 is kind of where they sit at. For the most part, once you've hit rank 12, you've unlocked all of the different blueprints you possibly could unlock in the game. There might be 1 or 2 oddballs that require 15 or something, but this is one of the big things that you get. And this is going to be important because in order to improve your mastery rank, you're going to need to use some of these blueprints. We'll talk about improving the mastery rank here in a moment. The other thing that the mastery rank does that is quite helpful is it increases the amount of certain resources you can carry. So this guy over here, he's not active yet, but this is going to be our Void Relic section. Void Relics are items that drop in game that you then open through special missions. And as you open them, they have a chance to drop some very, very high-end components. This is going to be how you get primed gear. So primed gear is the cream of the crop. It's the top stuff that you're actually looking for the most part. Primed gear is the best of the best. And this is going to be how you get it. Well, the better the item, generally the worse the drop rate of it is in these Void Relics. The Void Relics have like 6 possible items that can come out of them when you open them. They sound like loot boxes because they are loot boxes, but they are all in-game loot boxes. They're sort of, well, when you get there, you'll get there, but they are loot boxes to an extent. Anyway, what you can do is you can use a currency or a resource you get in order to rank up these, and you can change the roll values in order to improve the odds for a specific item you're looking to try and get out of them. What I'll do is I'll edit some footage in here from my primary account looking at these, so it makes a little more sense. So as you rank up your mastery rank, you can stockpile more of that resource in order to roll into that. You also gain the ability to stockpile more reputation every single day. So up here, this is the Syndicate section of the ship, or the Syndicate terminal here. The Syndicates are your different factions within the game. And the way it is you're capped at a certain amount of reputation you can get with every faction in a single day. Every 24 hours it resets. Well, as you move up in Mastery rank, it increases every rank by 500 or 1,000 how much you can get that day. So you're getting significantly more faction rep at rank 20 than you are at rank 3. It just makes it a lot easier to rank up and get items out of the faction. There's a few other little odds and ends. For example, if we come in here, there are the ability to have multiple loadouts. So you could have like a loadout for Vault, and then when you get your second Warframe, you could have a loadout for that one. Well, every other level, so rank 2, rank 4, rank 6, you'll unlock an additional slot in here. So you don't need to go buying too many slots unless you have a whole bunch of frames. But you will unlock more loadout slots, and then you'll be able to change out from there. That's the key stuff. There's a few other odds and ends, but that's the most important stuff that you need to know about your mastery rank. Other than, how do you level it up? Oh, well, we got to go back to the arsenal. So, in order to level up your mastery rank, the primary way you do that is by completing out leveling up gear. So when we get Vault to rank 30, that's going to put a significant amount of XP into our master rank. When we get our Skana to rank 30, that's going to put a significant amount of XP into our mastery rank, and so on. I specifically skipped these two here for a reason. There are 5 total weapons in the game right now that are Mark 1s. So we have the Mark 1 Brat, and this was what we picked up in the original game, or the original tutorial mission. If I type in MK1, you'll see here there's also a Mark 1 Paris. This was the bow option. There's also a Mark 1 Strun shotgun. If we exit out of there and we go over here to the secondary weapons, we can search MK1 again, and you'll see there's also a little pair of a little pistol, auto pistol that we could have picked up. So those are the 5 Mark 1 weapons. Mark 1 weapons are oddballs in this game. They do not count to your mastery rank. If we leveled these up to 30, they're not going to give us anything into our mastery rank. Now, it's not a bad idea to level them up if you're finding that you need to use the Mark 1 Bratton to get through missions. It's really good, and as you level it up, you'll gain power for it. But as soon as we can, we want to swap this out with the regular Bratton. You know, if we had 25,000 credits, we could just buy the regular Bratton there, and we'd swap that out and go ahead and use that. There are a few weapons that can be straight up just bought with currency. We can't change that. If we scroll through here, the Mark 1 Paris we don't want, Mark 1 Strun we don't want. I think there's a few others you can buy. I don't see them right now. This is platinum currency. We don't want to buy those with plat. Those are too easy to make. But there are a few weapons you can buy straight up with currency. Obviously, the Bratton being one of them right there. So that's actually my first goal, is I want to get 25,000 credits, buy the Bratton, then probably want to get, let's see here, 10,000 credits to get the Lado. We could buy that right now. I'd rather have the primary. leveling up our equipment. In the short term, what we want, your equipment has several different things. So everything you do generates a certain amount of affinity in the background. If you're running around as Volt and you use your number 1 ability and you electrocute one guy, you gain a certain amount of affinity. If you electrocute 3 guys with 1 bolt, you gain a certain amount of affinity. If you're using a melee weapon and you stab someone in the back, you get a certain amount of affinity. If you shoot someone in the head with your rifle, you get a certain amount of affinity. Now, when I use Warframe abilities, majority of that affinity goes into Volt. When I stab someone in the back, that affinity goes into my primary weapon. Also, though, there's general passive affinity. So say you're running with another player and that other player kills something. That's going to generate just a general passive affinity. Let's say it generates 50 affinity. Well, Volt's going to get some of that affinity. Your Bratton's going to get some of that affinity, your Kunai and your Skanas. But it's going to be split up. So if we really want to min-max this, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we're actually going to unequip these Mark 1 weapons because we don't want to use them anyway. We want to get rid of them as soon as we can. And this way here going in, I'm going to be getting as much affinity into my Skana as I can. There's also drops of affinity. So there's like when you attack certain crates, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to jump back into, this is the mission for unlocking the Foundry. It's relatively quick, relatively short. I can run through it. You'll watch the affinity gauge upper right. We'll talk about it as we go. But there's also drops that can give affinity. You don't get them everywhere, but certain containers, if we hit the container, it will go ahead and like this, I'm sorry, not purple, not even close to purple, yellow diamonds will sort of pop out. That's affinity. So that's just, again, general purpose affinity. When you pick that up, it gets split up evenly between all the equipment you have equipped. So by removing those, I've removed roughly half of the affinity drain on my items. Right there, stealth kill affinity bonus, upper right-hand corner. So I just got an affinity bonus for my Skana for stealth killing that guy. Come back here. Come back here, you bugger. There we go. Now, it does mean I am stuck only using my sword here, which is, not maybe it's the best thing, but we got it done. Alright, so he's gone. Now, one of the things I can do, if I hit tab, you can see here, right now my Skana, because I've used it a lot more, or I've been focusing on that, has gotten 1,250 affinity. That's the yellow bonus there, whereas Volt has only gotten. So you have the dark blue, that's the current rank when you came in. The light blue is guaranteed. So no matter what, if you die or whatever, that is guaranteed. That is how much is leveled up. So the Skana is leveled up a little bit more than the Volt itself. And then the yellow is potential. So that's the bonus affinity. When we extract out, if we don't die or anything along those lines, we'll gain that. I'm going to hit this and see if... nope, none popped out. I'm just looking to see if we can get it. I'm also going to hit escape. So this down here, Headhunter get 10 headshots. Every single mission you go into has a random bonus objective in it. And if you complete that, that gives 10,000 affinity. We can't really get headshots because we don't have a ranged weapon. We can maybe do it with the sword. If we hit people now with the sword, it will do a headshot. That did not work. Let's go ahead and hit that. Nope. We're going ahead and head out. But yeah, if you can do the bonus ones, getting the bonus affinity from that 10,000 is quite a nice dump right off the bat. There's another stealth affinity kill. We can go ahead and we'll use our actual number 1 frame ability a little bit. So let's hit that guy. Right there was a really good hit. Now if we look back in here, you'll see Volt is catching back up because I'm getting kills using Volt abilities rather than weapons. Let's run up here. This guy might actually be a problem. This is part of an event going on right now, which means he's a little bit stronger than normal. Yeah, he hurts. I'm going to probably go down. Yep, there we go. Alright, well that's a good example. So you can see here, we died. We can revive 4 more times, but the cost is 236 of my bonus affinity. So by dying, I lose a bit of that bonus affinity I had acquired. And that's the difference between the light blue and the gold. There's ways to lose the gold. There's no way to lose the light blue. Alright, so we got him. Go ahead and kill that thing. And now we're going to get out of here. There we go. Pop my number 2, which is going to leave like a trail of lightning behind me. Yeah, thanks, dude. I don't care. Okay, post screen now. We'll be able to look here. So we got a mag, but mainly we're looking at this. We see we got quite a bit more for our Skana than that. we only killed a total of 6 guys. So, or no, we killed a total of 11 guys. So not a whole lot out of that, but it's a good demonstration. So that is Mastery rank and Affinity. You want to get Affinity to improve your equipment in order to improve your Mastery rank. You get rank 30 and then get that. One other thing to note, and this is getting a little bit ahead, but when you hit rank 30 with a weapon or a Warframe, you can then reset it. There's things called Formas that you can put into it. If we jump in here, go into Actions, so we can polarize a piece of one of the slots, which allows it to fit a mod card at a reduced cost. When you forma an item, it resets it. So you get it to rank 30, you put a forma in it, it resets it back to rank 1. You can take it back to rank 30. Doing it a second time, formatting an item, does not improve your mastery rank. Only the first time through. Likewise, you could go ahead and you could get another Skana. You could get another Bratton. You could get, whatever. Going through it, once you've already mastered a weapon, doing it a second time does not increase your mastery rank. And all of that can be checked over here in the Codex. If we go to the universe and then say our Warframes here, you can see Volt's got, I'm 15% of the way in Volt because he's the only one I've used. If we come into weapons, we can see the Brat. Now, once this guy gets completely maxed out to, that's the Mark 1, the Skana here. Once this gets completely maxed out, that's it. You're not getting any more out of it. And these guys kind of lie. They don't improve your master rank. Okay, that's quite a bit. Hopefully that makes sense. Continue on with the story and stuff, and we'll be back next time. I'm not sure. We'll probably go into modding. Modding equipment will probably be the next one. Until then, though, this has been Paler. Thanks for watching.